You have 168 hours this week. So does every CEO, every Olympic athlete, and every straight-A student. The difference? They know exactly what to do with them. Welcome back. Today we are breaking down one of the most important skills you will ever build in college, managing your time and your priorities. By the end of this video, you will know how to stop feeling overwhelmed, how to actually stick to a schedule, and how to spend your energy on the things that matter most. Let's get into it. Section 1. Why time management feels impossible in college. Here's the thing nobody tells you before you start college. In high school, your time was mostly managed for you. You showed up at 7:30, followed a set schedule, went home, maybe did some homework, and went to bed. Simple. College flips all of that upside down. Suddenly you have 3-hour gaps between classes, assignments due weeks from now, social events pulling at you from every direction, and absolutely nobody standing over your shoulder telling you what to do next. This freedom feels amazing at first. Then week 3 hits, and you are behind on 2 papers, you missed a reading quiz, and you have no idea where your time even went. Sound familiar? The problem is not that you are lazy or bad at school. The problem is that nobody actually taught you how to manage unstructured time. And college is basically all unstructured time. The good news is that time management is a learnable skill. It is not a personality trait you either have or you do not. Anyone can get better at it starting today. But before you can manage your time well, you need to understand something even more fundamental: the difference between urgent and important. And that is exactly where most students go wrong. More on that in just a second. Section 2. Urgent versus important. The priority matrix. Imagine you are sitting down to study and your phone buzzes. A friend wants to hang out. You also have a paper due in 4 days. Which one do you do? Most students choose the hangout because the paper does not feel urgent yet, and that is completely natural. Our brains are wired to respond to what is right in front of us, not what is coming up. This is where a simple tool called the priority matrix becomes incredibly useful. It organizes everything you need to do into 4 categories. First, things that are both urgent and important. Do these right now. Think a paper due tomorrow or a test in the morning. Second, things that are important but not urgent. Schedule these. This is where studying ahead, exercising, and planning actually live. Third, things that are urgent but not important. Delegate or limit these. A friend asking for a favor that eats 2 hours of your day. Fourth, things that are neither urgent nor important. Eliminate these. Mindless scrolling, binge watching, endless group chat debates about nothing. Here is the trap most college students fall into. They spend almost all their time in categories 1 and 3, always reacting, always rushing, always putting out fires. The students who thrive learn to live in category 2, where you handle things before they become emergencies. The shift from reactive to proactive is where everything changes. But knowing your priorities is only half the battle. You also need a system to actually track and protect your time. And that brings us to planning tools. Section 3. Planning tools that actually work. Let's talk about planners, calendars, and to-do lists. There are a million apps and systems out there, and it is easy to spend more time organizing your tasks than actually doing them. So keep it simple. Start with a semester overview. At the beginning of each term, take 1 hour and put every major deadline into a calendar. Exams, paper due dates, project presentations, all of it, in one place. This single habit alone will save you from most crisis moments. Then zoom in to a weekly plan. Every Sunday, spend 15 minutes looking at what is coming up that week. What assignments need work? What appointments do you have? Where is your study time going to fit in? Block it out like it is a real commitment, because it is. Finally, use a daily to-do list with no more than 5 to 7 items. Research shows that massive to-do lists actually increase anxiety and reduce follow-through. When everything is on the list, nothing feels achievable. Keep it focused. Pick the 3 most important things you need to accomplish today and start there. One more thing. Time blocking. Instead of just writing study for biology, write study biology chapter 4, 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Specific time blocks make it far less likely that you will skip or forget. Your brain treats a vague intention completely differently than a scheduled appointment. Now, here is something most planning guides never mention. Even the best schedule falls apart if you do not understand your own energy levels. Let me explain what I mean. Section 4. Energy management, not just time management. You have probably noticed that there are times of day when your brain just works better. Maybe you are sharp in the morning but foggy after lunch. Or maybe you do not hit your stride until evening. This is not random. It is your chronotype, your natural energy rhythm. Most students ignore this completely and end up trying to do their hardest thinking at their lowest energy points. That is like trying to run a race uphill both ways. Work with your biology, not against it. Here is the move. Identify your 2 or 3 peak energy windows in a day. Reserve those times for your most cognitively demanding work, reading dense material, writing papers, working through difficult problem sets. Save your low-energy times for administrative tasks, responding to emails, organizing your notes, or watching lecture recordings. Also, take breaks seriously. The research on this is clear. Working in focused sprints of 45 to 90 minutes, followed by a genuine 10 to 15-minute break, consistently outperforms marathon study sessions. Your brain consolidates information during those breaks. You are not slacking. You are actually studying smarter. Energy management also means protecting your sleep, your meals, and your movement. These are not luxury items. They are the foundation of your ability to focus and retain information. Cut them, and everything else suffers. But even with great planning and great energy management, there is one silent killer that wrecks almost every student, and most people do not even realize it is happening. Section 5. Overcoming procrastination and building momentum. Procrastination is not a character flaw. It is an emotional response. When a task feels overwhelming, boring, or connected to fear of failure, your brain looks for an exit. Any exit. That is why you suddenly feel like cleaning your room or reorganizing your phone when a big paper is due. The fix is to lower the starting cost. Instead of telling yourself to write the whole paper, tell yourself to just open the document and write 3 sentences. That is it. Just 3 sentences. This works because of something called the Zeigarnik effect. Our brains are actually wired to want to finish things once we have started them. Getting started is the hardest part. Once you begin, momentum takes over. Another powerful strategy is the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. It clears mental clutter and stops small tasks from piling up into a mountain of anxiety. Finally, track your wins. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you actually completed. Not your leftover tasks, but what you finished. This builds confidence, reinforces good habits, and keeps you motivated over the long haul. Time management is not about being perfect. It is about being intentional. Every time you choose your priorities, plan ahead, protect your energy, and push through the resistance to start, you are building the foundation for not just college success, but life success. If this video helped you, hit the like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel reach more students who need it. Subscribe so you do not miss the next video, where we are going deep on how to actually study effectively, not just longer. And drop a comment below telling me your biggest time management struggle. I read every single one, and your question might just become the next video. See you there.